So, I'm going to teach you how to teach. I'm going to teach you how to do a granny square. How to make a granny square. So I ran out of space on my camera, so I decided to go live and say square. So, did I? No, I didn't. I'm amazing like that. So we're going to start a granny square, and the way we're gonna, hello new friend. I always say hello new friend, that way I'm not eliminating anybody. Now we're in this, there it is. Okay, we're gonna be learning how to do a granny square. Right. I decided to go live because my camera is being a wackadoo, so I said screw it. I'm live, by the way. Okay, now you can do the way you start it 2 different ways. Just 2, okay? Now, the first way is a little complicated. The second way is I find a little easier for me. So, with my eyesight and everything, I find it a little easier. So, we're gonna go clear. I gotta read this chat right quick. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go here. Princess. Screw you. Jaden? Hello? If I am saying your name right, please let me know. Is it Jaden? Okay. We are going to be discussing how to make these lovely, beautiful things. Granny squares. I'm going to be teaching you row by row. So, our magic number is 5. So, the way we start is there's 2 different ways to start. If I will teach you both ways, but you will have to bear with me. Now, this way, my lighting is absolutely. And we're going to set that up and convert it setting. I got it. Oh, that's better somewhat. Okay. You're going to make an X with your yarn. I wanted my lighting to be a little bit better so y'all can see. You're going to do this. You're going to have your hook kind of facing towards you. You're going to pull up. I don't like doing it this way because it's a little uncomfortable. And then you're going to make your first single crochet. So I find it a little messy. That's not how I do it. But that's one way to start it. That's just one way. The rules are, Jaden, be respectful and no politics, no religion. Okay. So, the way I do it myself, this is a lot easier for me. You're kind of making the same shape, but you're gonna have your hook facing away from you. Then you're gonna slick it under and make it face towards you when you come back from the other side. Like this kind of motion, okay? Then you're gonna chain a total of 5. You're like, why 5, Crochet Queen? Well, 4, I feel like 4 is not enough. 2, 3, 4, 5. And I've done all my other granny squares in the chain 5. So with your patterns, with your granny squares, you want to be as holy mustard. You want to keep everything. If you are making granny squares, granny triangles, granny hexagons, you want to keep everything the same. Even if you're doing granny rectangles, you want to keep everything the same. So this stitch that is on my hook right now don't mean jack. So you're going to go through, pull through. And you have 2 loops on your hook. Okay? I'm doing my live a little bit later than normal because I had a headache earlier and I just didn't feel like doing my live earlier because I had a little boy outside playing basketball. You're going to chain 3. Now, the yarn, sometimes if you are working on yarn with yarn and you are not used to it like I am and like several other my crafters are, it can get messed up and fickle and not want to cooperate with you. So, with that note, patience is a virtue, ladies and gentlemen. The queen was thirsty. Alright. Alright. Oh, thank you. I'm sorry, I've just been. It says, it's got that on it. If you like my shirt, look at this. Can I show you something? Hold on. You're gonna win up. That is my wallet. Okay, you're going to double crochet. I know, everybody. It sounds complicated. Trust me on this. It is not. It sounds like it is, but it is not. If you have not liked and subscribed, please do so. My goal is 265. Because I'm so close to 260. You're going to take your hook. This loop that's on your hook right now, it does not matter. So you're going to have 1, 2, and here is your, this is where it matters. 1, 2, 3. Hook loops on your hook, and you're going to pull through 2, pull through 2. If you have subscribed, please let me know in the chat, please. Did not mean to go that way. Alright. My goal is 265. I decided to do what is called a learning live tonight, y'all. Because I just feel like doing a learning live. Teaching y'all something. So you're gonna go, this loop right now does not matter. You're gonna go through, go under, and through. I know a few different creators that have yarn content. Chain 2. 1 and 2. The chain 2s make your corner. So you're making you're kind of making a corner like your elbow has a corner. It's got a point. It's gonna kind of look like this. It's gonna kind of look like this. Or this, that, 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 and yeah. It's gonna look like squares. I have some set up to where they're going to stay the same shape. I've got to put those back on the. I gotta put those on the board. Hello, everybody. If you are in here, say hello and like that. Please like and subscribe. I already have 5 likes. Holy mustard! So you are going to double crochet a total of 3 times now. 1 and 2, and this will be 2. And the third one is coming up. Now we're going to do this for 5 rows, a total of 5 rows. Like my other ones. Chain 2 on the corners, like I showed you, on the corners. Because my elbow is the closest thing I got to a corner, because it's got a point on it. I wish I had one of my knots in here. Dude. 3. Okay. Mustard! That's not what I wanted to say, but it'll do. And this is where you would make your triangle. It would still be a chain 2, and you would chain 2 all the way over to here to make a triangle. That's a triangle. Okay? That's a triangle. But we're not doing triangles. We're going to pull that out. And never, 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 never be afraid to... Hello, moderator! I finally have one of my mods in my life. I am so thankful. I will read my chat in a minute. The people who have the blue key or their name or tag is in the color blue are my moderators. The rules are simple, ladies and gentlemen. They're just simple. Be respectful, be polite, no religion, and no politics. Yes, I am doing my live late tonight. Yeah, you're good, you're good. Yes. The rules are like that so that we don't disrespect anybody and we don't say, hey, Donald Duck shouldn't be the president. Donald Duck being the example. That way we don't say anything rude. Okay, everybody. Double tap your screen, like, and subscribe. All right. Okay, we are on the second row. I am so stupid. Okay, so we are on the... I'm going to show you. We are on the second row. And I know. Rubberneck is one of my favorite mods. So they are awesome. So suck it. So we are learning how to make a granny square. You're going to chain 2. 1 and 2. And slip stitch. I'm kind of making this space kind of big. See this space right here? Right here? Right there. I kind of made it bigger than normal. You're going to slip stitch right between the chain 3 and the double crochet that's next to it. Now you're going to turn your work. This is key. Turn your work. Unless you have a pattern that says do not. Let me repeat that. Unless you have a pattern that says do not. Otherwise, follow your pattern to the T. Hello, Lord Joseph. Yes. Yes. Lord Joseph, you already know the rules, right? The common YouTube rules and everybody else's rules. My rules. I use Disney characters for presidential people because I don't want to say a certain member of like a certain person and I don't want it to be wrong. Okay, you have chained your 3. This here does not mean anything right now for this time being. You're going to double crochet twice in the same space. Now this space is going to have a total of 5 double crochets in it with a chain 2. The chain 2 is to make the corners. Rubberneck, You are awesome. Lord Joseph. Okay. You. So, yes, my live is late, ladies and gentlemen, because I usually do my live between 5 and 8. But I had somebody outside playing, and I didn't want it to be affecting my live. So, that's one. And two, again, sometimes the yarn is fickle. It could have something to do with your space being either too hot or too cold. Especially with acrylic yarn. Okay. Right now, this don't matter. You know that, right? Okay, you're going to double crochet. Hey, Rubberneck, did you hear my request for mods or something? Because shortly before you popped up, I'm sitting there thinking, man, I wish one of my mods would show. Sucks. Did we temporarily connect telepathically? Good, 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 good. Now, you will notice here is a chain 3 and 2 double crochets and a chain 2 space. And a 3 double crochets, which is a shell. And now we're going to jump over. Ready? And we're going to double crochet in the next chain space. Okay, and then we're going to double crochet a total of, it'll have 6 double crochets. Not 6, 7, just 6. 2, 3, with a chain 2. And chain 2. Now, you will notice as you go along, this space right here, that space right there, where I'm going to put my thumb at, is what is called a skip space. So if I go from here, where these 5 double crochets and the chain 2 is, to here, to these 6 double crochets and a chain 2 are, that is a skip space, not a chain space. There's a difference. Okay. And we are on number 4, 5, 6. And now another jump space. Here. Right there. You're going right in there. And you're going to do the same thing as you did over here. Hexagons and triangles. You do the same pattern, but instead of 4 corners with the square, you're going to have 3 for the triangle and I think it's 6 for the hexagon. Yeah, it's 6. So, and as you go along, you will notice that the this space here, sorry, this space right here will, sorry, this one's not quite done. This space here, where is it? This space right here, okay? They will multiply. They will grow one on each side, okay, per row. So if you're on the third row, you will have two. If you're on the fourth row, you will have 1, 2, and 3. Fifth row, you will have 4. It will be 1 minus the row that you are on. And this is something that I have going on. It is a stack of granny squares. It is to help them keep their shape. And you have to keep it on here for like a couple hours. It's already been a couple hours. So I'm going to take these off in a little bit before I get off live. And I'm going to show you. So we're going to skip over again. This will be your final, your final corner to skip over. 1 and I opted for a lighter color yarn because my shirt is pinky purple, and I didn't want to go for a blue or something that would fade it out. So chain your final 2, and you're gonna go double crochet one more time, or sorry, 3 more times. Cheese and beads. Hold on a minute. Robert, now can you be a gem for me and check my subscriber count for me? And then you will slip stitch. Okay. And then what you do once you get to like row 2, you have heat in your hand, in your whole body actually. You have heat. What I do is I take my hand and press it on my lap, have the granny square between my lap, between my leg and my hand, and make like this, go like this, and kind of, it'll flatten it out. That's awesome. Thank you, Rubber Neck. You're a gem. Now we're going to go under row 3. Remember what I said. It'll increase. Those spaces will increase. Yes, but it's for something. I haven't decided what. They're acrylic yarn, so I can't give them out as like pot holders. Because acrylic yarn, if it comes in contact with heat, it will burn or melt. So you're going to go on to row 3 now. Row 3 is challenging, but not as challenging as rows 4 and 5. You can make these squares as big or small as you want them. I've seen somebody make them 1 row granny squares. I've seen somebody make a granny square blanket. Not like all kinds of tiny little granny squares like this. So row 3, you're going to turn your work. Again, I'm going to say it again. If you have a pattern that does not say to turn your work, follow the pattern. In this situation, you would have to turn your work. 1 and 2, and there's your chain 3. Now, if you notice, you're going to start in this space here. Okay? You're going to do a total of 2 double crochets, but the chain 3 also counts as a double crochet, in case you did not know that. Okay. I've noticed that my channel has been growing like a wildfire lately. I had a thank you, Rubberneck only. Oh, hi, Miss Daisy May. Only mods can drop their link. And I give you 5 minutes. If you are a mod. Only if you are a mod. Everybody else will get 5 minutes and a few minutes. And 10. The people that are moderators in my channel, on my channel, are they have pretty cool channels. So you're gonna chain or double crochet 3 more times, and then you're gonna chain 2. Double crochet 3 more times, and then you're gonna double crochet 3 more times in the next space. I'm gonna show you. So you're gonna create a shell. If you kind of notice, they look like seashells, sort of. So you're gonna skip over, like you did over here. You're just gonna skip over. There's not going to be a chain space. I decided my headache went away, y'all. That's why I'm doing my live now. So, and we're gonna also skip over and skip over. Miss Daisy is one of my favorite content creators. Content creators. She is, to be honest, she is the one who kind of inspired my YouTube channel. But I had to figure out what I was going to do for my YouTube channel. So, you're going to now chain 2. And you're going to do another shell in the same space right here. You're going to do a shell right there. Okay. Give me a minute here, y'all. Now, I live by the rule, let's go, let's grow. Now, you're going to do this again. Do the shell again. Hold on. Just one. Yeah, Miss Daisy kind of inspired my channel. And And certain other people have inspired my channel, but I just had to figure out what I was going to do for my channel. Okay. Like I said, I had to figure out, okay, what I was going to do for my channel. So you're going to remember how you skipped over here? No, you're going to skip again. And remember how I told you for every row that skip space was going to get bigger or get more? You're going to do your shell, chain 2, and shell, mustard. See, I try not to swear when I'm live, so I use food as my swear word. And chain 2. Now, as you go along, you will feel this right here, this space, this right here. If you will notice, this right here is taller than this right here. This is where you started your row. And we're gonna, this will be my last row. Jesus. And the repeater rows are rows 1 or 2 and 3. What a repeater means is you can continuously do the rows again and again and again and again until it gets bigger or to the size you want. You're going to skip over like you did. Now remember how I showed you the skips are going to get larger as you go. So this one now, this row will have on all 4 sides, it will have 2 jumps. We'll have 2 jumps. 4 chain 4s. You will always have your corners. You will always have your corners. Always. Whether you're working on a hexagon, triangle, a rectangle, or a square. Okay? It doesn't matter. You will always have your corners. Your corners in this case are very important. And now we are going to just jump right over. Yes, yes. All right, y'all. Want y'all to stay safe. Have a good night. Stay hydrated. Peace, love, and light to all.